The future of several Baton Rouge parades are at risk due to the rising cost of security in the capital area. Just last week, organizers of the Spanish Town Parade went before the Metro Council to ask for funding to hire officers. The event is a huge source of income for Baton Rouge. However, BRPD Police Chief TJ Morris says the city parish's 2026 budget does not have room to include overtime for their department. When the Kiwanis Christmas Parade canceled last summer, organizers blamed rising security costs as the reason. This is not the first time a parade organizer in the city has expressed concerns about increased cost. News 2's Alexis Maroney digs into the cost of parades and who pays.
Before you head to the parade route,
we're keeping that parade here in Baton Rouge.
Consider the price tag that comes along with it.
I don't want to be the Grinch that says, hey, we don't want parades.
Until this year, the Cortana Kiwanis Parade had rolled through downtown Baton Rouge for 74 years. This video shows the panic after a shootout during last year's downtown parade. One woman was injured and multiple teenagers were arrested. That violence prompted more attention to security and thus more expense. So this summer, the parade announced it wouldn't roll. Cortana Kiwanis blamed the new higher cost of police security as the primary factor, although they admit higher production costs factored as well.
We're having to handle the same amount of calls and do the same job, work the same special number of special events, do all the same things.
Baton Rouge Police Chief TJ Morse says this year his department faces an increased workload, but with a shortage of officers on the street, straining budgets everywhere.
We're handling more calls this year than we did 3 years ago.
That means officers must put in more hours to cover special events like parades, forcing Chief Morse to pass those costs on to parade organizers, asking them to pay for the extra hours officers must work to provide parade security.
Per state law, for a street closure, a police officer has to be there.
The more officers needed,
how big it is, how many street closures we're going to have to do,
the higher the cost for the organizers.
You're paying the band, you're paying these other fees, and caterers, all this kind of stuff, and we'll pay for the security aspect as well.
The Bogan Fire Museum is in charge of Sunday's first responder parade. The parade route runs about 1.8 miles. Morse says the parade route requires fewer than 50 officers, and he says the money to pay those officers is not coming from the department's budget.
About 90%, 89% of my budget is payroll.
The parade's cost about $10,000. Lon Vickner with the mayor's office says security is a part of that cost.
It wasn't at a discount or any kind of special rate. It was what it costs to provide security for this specific parade, this day with this amount of people.
According to Vickner, the 5 mayors of East Baton Rouge pitched in $2,000 each.
Private donors stepped up to say, hey, this is what we can do. We can put it together.
Chief Morse wants private event organizers to take on more of these new, higher costs.
If that event costs $20,000 and I'm doing $20,000 out of my overtime budget to do that event, then that's $20,000 less dollars I can spend on gun violence reduction patrols.
Alexis Maroney reporting the Christmas parade rolls through downtown this weekend. Another Baton Rouge parade has started crowdsourcing for Mardi Gras. Volunteers run the crew of South Downs in the South Downs neighborhood. They're asking people to donate $10.